Thailand Pass warriors, how has the Thailand Pass been treating you so far? I bet that you're not the only one who faced these hassles. In the past few days, I have been reading a lot of comments on Facebook pages. There are a lot like, are you kidding me? Do I have to face a lot of these hassles? It seems like a lot. I was like, yeah, I wish we were kidding you, but today I will be your guide to lead you through all the tips and techniques that I have done by myself. And then finally, I've got the QR code. I feel like I was the winner of the Squid Game, but what we want is not the money. We just want that QR code. Just give me QR code. So let me share with you all the tips that I've been doing. And per request, there are a lot of people who asked me to do this video clip in English. So for the Thai version, I did it 36 minutes, and I think it's kind of too long. So I will break this down into two parts. The first part, it will be about tips for submission. And the second part, that will be another video clip. It will be about document preparation, that you have to change the type of the file because the system does not allow PDF files, which is kind of weird because when we get the QR code, it comes in a PDF format. Anyway, we've got to do what we've got to do. And for some people would like to crop the file, that they would like to get that specific part but not the other part. And then in the second video clip, I'll show you how to do that and to change the file size, because there's an update in the first version on like November 1st, November 2nd. The system only allows 2 megabytes for the maximum file size, and today it's been changed to 5 megabytes. So pretty much everything would fit into the system. And for this clip, let me show this Excel file. So I have listed things and tasks in a nice order. And at this part, I think it's a nice system. I always do this. I would, from my own version, I would list all the dates because I have work to do, and then I have to do these in a nice order strategically. That's the key. Okay, let's get started. For the first one, if you decide that you would like to get a booster shot, you have to get it after you get the flu shot, at least 14 days. That's a guideline by CDC. And then if you wish, then definitely all of us would like to go to Thailand. You have to get that booster shot of COVID vaccine prior to your travel 14 days in advance, at least. So it's easier to remember this way, 14 days prior and 14 days after. So flu shot and then wait 14 days and then get the booster shot of COVID vaccine and then 14 days prior to your flight. And after you've got the vaccine shot, you will get a vaccination card that is some people would say it's like vaccination passport. I'm not sure, but what we've got is, so here's my vaccination card that people say it's CDC card. Let me cover my name and date of birth. So here it is. I'm not sure if you can see it. When we get the shot, there will be 2 forms of like evidence pieces that we've got. This is the one that we recommend that you submit it into the system, because the other type that is electronic format, it has a QR code. And I've been told that the QR code that is generated from the States, the Thailand Pass system cannot read it. So for people who submitted that for the first few days, and this is still the first few days, they will get rejected automatically. So remember that it's a white card, that is a CDC card that you need to submit into the system. And that is our first task about remember all the days, flu shot, 14 days, vaccine shot, and then your flight. And prior to do the Thailand Pass system, you have to book your flight tickets already. plus book the ASQ hotel. I would recommend that you book the flights first to make sure that you have a flight to fly to Thailand. And there are so many ways that you can book the flight. Usually I use American Airlines, that it is a nice alliance with Japan Airlines so that I can collect my miles. And there are a lot of sites, for example, Priceline. I use this quite a lot too. Oh, this one, just an example that we can get the booster shot from CVS. These days it is very easy. And then this is a nice site that there'll be a lot of time in my clips, that it is a cashback website. When you go shopping online, you would need to go to this site first, and then you're gonna get cashback. Although it's like 2%, 5%, it's money, and little money combines into big money later on. So if I refer to you and then you refer to your friends, each of us is going to get $40 at this moment, and then I'm going to copy and paste my referring link into the comment below. For example, let me show you Priceline. So now it's up to 5%. This is one of many ways to book a flight. Okay, we're done about booking the flight. And then booking the hotel. There are many websites as well. This is the website that I use, and then it works. asqbooking.com. Here. And then this announcement just came up like yesterday. The day that I booked it, that was like 3 or 4 days ago. There was not this announcement yet. So this says that nowadays there are a lot of people trying to book it. So do it as soon as you can. And you can choose as you wish that suits your stay. For me personally, I choose test and go, just one night. And for this one night package, you need to make sure with the hotel that you are going to choose, because some people arrive in Thailand at nighttime, and then the hotel would require them to book 2 nights. That is, you have to pay for 2 nights. But then at some hotels, they would say that just one night is okay. So you have to either call them or email them in advance to make sure that how many nights that you have to pay. And I would recommend that if you are Thai, emailing them in Thai will be a sure way to get an answer quickly, because I tried it. I emailed them in English because there's no Thai characters on my laptop, and then my dad wrote to them in Thai and he got a response. Compared to me, I'm still waiting. I've never got a response from them. Okay, this is about the ASQ hotel, and please stay tuned, hit subscribe. I'm going to review this journey going back home to Thailand step by step. My next step is COVID testing, and then going on a flight and one night in a quarantine hotel. And then next step. This is a step that we are waiting for. That is the Thailand Pass system. This link is very haunting because I feel like I've done it for like at least 30 times until I've got that QR code. So I'm going to share with you all the steps that I did. For the first time, I did it at night on October 31st. That is November 1st in Thailand, daytime. And then it just didn't go through. And I did it successfully. And then I got the confirmation email 12 hours later. And then that's it. I was still waiting until just this morning. Right now it's November 3rd, 7 p.m. Pacific time in the States. I did it in the morning at 9:30. And then I got the confirmation email just a minute later. And then another minute later, I got the QR code. So I was, okay, eventually I'm the winner. It is recommended to use Google Chrome. So we are going to switch to Google Chrome. And then I'm not going to go through all the steps because it still remembers my personal information. So I'm Thai, click Thai. And then even you're Thai, select English language because it's easier to understand. And then select the one that suits you. Here, this is test and go. Confirm. And this response is the new one that I've just seen, returning to Thailand, because when I did it on October 31st, there was not this choice. So I had to click other. But today there's this choice. I just would like to go back home. I don't want to do any traveling at all. Just would like to stay home and do nothing. So that is returning to Thailand. And then you just select the departure from country, for example, and from the States. And then first arrival port, that would be Suvarnabhumi, etc. And then just need to click it page by page. Let's see my tips. Gmail, this is a new thing that I was told this morning that my agent who I booked the flights with told me that he did it at about 7:45 a.m. in the morning. And then he got all the confirmation email and QR code like right away. That's the time that I followed his steps and then I got mine. And then this is a new theory. It seems like there are new theories every single day. So stay tuned. I'm going to update with you all anything that I was told that it was inside and it is kind of accurate. That anyway, I get it successfully. Gmail, use your Gmail. At first, I used my Yahoo, and then it just didn't go through. I just keep waiting like forever. And then when you have to do it, at least 7 days prior to the travel. Because when you get the confirmation email, they will tell you that your registration has been received, and then they will send an email to you within 7 business days. So it is nice to submit this at least 7 days in advance. And this is the nice part that I'm not sure if they fixed it, but for the first few days, November 1st, November 2nd, for the passport number, this is a tricky part, that it seems like it requires at least 10 characters. And for at least for Thai people, for the passport number, we have 2 characters, 2 alphabets, and then 7 digits of numbers. So combined, that is 9. So we need to put a space, either in between characters and numbers or at the end to make it meet minimum of 10 characters. I happen to know that for US citizen, there is no alphabet, there are just numbers. So you just need to hit extra spaces to make it meet 10 characters. That's the first tip. And for documents, the system does not allow PDF files. Only picture files, for example, PNG, JPEG files are allowed. So if your confirmation letter from the hotel, which in my case, it comes in PDF format, I have to change the file. And I will demonstrate how to change this easily in the second clip. So make sure that you have everything in the same folder. That is recommended to make it easy. Because if you get stuck and then you have to refresh the page, it will lead you to the very first page. And then you have to fill out everything all over again. That is kind of annoying, but just be prepared and have everything ready in the same folder. And then I've said that they have changed the system, the maximum file size from 2 megabytes to 5 megabytes. And then that returning to Thailand is an update. And then in the other clip, I'll demonstrate how to change the file type and crop pictures. And I use Paint 3D, which is very easy. And then change file size. And I read from the comments that someone recommended this website, Image Compressor. And I've tried. It's quite easy and fast. And then Gmail, this is the key for today. There's an update day by day that you have to keep updated. and then wait 7 business days. And make sure that you check your spam folder. But in my case, it comes through the ordinary inbox. And then for the QR code email as well. And the next step is something that is not really Thailand Pass related, but I feel that it is important. And then some might overlook because we've been so busy with the Thailand Pass system. Let me show you if you have not used this service. It is quite nice. Here, that you will tell USPS that this is the first day that you will not be at home so that they can hold your mail until you're back. I use this all the time, which is very convenient. And then next step, which is my next step as well, to book COVID testing. This website is recommended. Let me show you. A lot of people used it before, and then when you get to the site that you are encouraged to book it in advance, like 3 days, I think the system wouldn't allow you to book that prior to 3 days. And then you will tell them that you don't have any health insurance, then it will be free. So this is curative.com. And for the test, at first I was confused between PCR test and RT-PCR. What's the difference? So I emailed to ask this website, and then I got the answer from the customer care that they said PCR and RT-PCR are the same test. This test is the most commonly requested test from airlines. So it's the most accurate test that they provide. It has a turnaround time about 1 to 2 days once a sample is received at the lab. And please do not confuse this with our rapid PCR test. That is RAPID, literally PCR test, which is not the same. For the rapid PCR, has the same accuracy as a PCR without sending samples to the lab. These samples are tested on site. And the turnaround time for this rapid PCR is about 4 hours from collection, but this is not guaranteed. So I think most airlines requires this RT-PCR test 72 hours in advance. So what would be a good day to get tested? So I was recommended by my agent that to go test it 2 times just to be sure that we will get the results in time for our flight. That would be 3 days in advance and then 2 days in advance, just to make sure, just in case anything could happen at this point. And we have worked so hard to get this far, and then we will not get this far just to get this far. We would like to go to Thailand. So I think this is quite smart to do it 2 times, and then it's free. So it doesn't hurt to go 2 days in a row, and that's okay. And then for the Facebook post, this is the post that I post in Thai. And then I also post all the information, and then I updated it every time that I hear of new information in 2 more pages. And then I'll paste it in the comment box. So please stay tuned, turn on notifications to make sure that you wouldn't miss anything, because this Thailand Pass system is not the last stage. We still need to get on the flight and then arrive at the airport. And I'm not sure what we are going to face there. And then with that 1 night or 2, we are not so sure, no one knows yet. So please stay tuned, and then I will review all the steps that I will be going through for this journey of going back home. And then I wish you a pleasant stay in Thailand. It's a great country. Then I'm speaking like I'm a flight attendant, huh? Anyway, so stay tuned and then see you next class. I mean next clip. Okay, bye for now.